Morning, everybody. Listen, it's Wednesday, May 13th, and you are officially cruising with the case handler. Is that the introduction you want, man? It's a show about attorneys, a show about attorneys that care, a show about attorneys that want to help, a show about attorneys that do a marvelous job for their clients because they understand that there's one and only chance to get it right. In personal injury cases, we always say one chance, one choice of attorney, your case handler team. And of course, with respect to immigration, nobody should be doing this on their own. There are way too many ways to get jammed up in the system and screw things up and delay things and make things much more expensive than they need to be. As Conrad, the Maestro Pollack says, immigration is an absolute minefield. But you know what? We're here to navigate you through that minefield, and we thank you for tuning in. Good morning. The sun is shining. The weather is sweet. It makes everything that much bearable when you can actually go outside and thank God to be alive. So we are here. We're thanking God for all of our blessings, and we're ready to get into it. We were talking about some TV shows that we've been watching. Nelson just disclosed that he was on the People's Court, and I want to hear about that in a second. And I was telling these guys before, I don't know if we were already posting live, that there's this show called Personal Injury Court on Channel 11. I forget what time it is, but we set the DVR so we can watch whatever we want. And my kids are like, they're infatuated with it. And what it is it's a real case that happened, I'm guessing, a year or two before. And they bring in actors to recreate the mini trial of it. It's not I don't think it's the real people. The injuries look like it's makeup, but it's real facts. And the decision is probably the same decision that the real court made, but they're like law school questions. So about halfway into the show, my kids will say, Daddy, are you going to find for the plaintiff or the defendant? By the way, I'm the judge in this house, but Daddy, are you going to find for the plaintiff or the defendant? And I usually get it right.
Are you sure you are the judge in that house?
I'm not the boss. There's a difference between the judge and the boss, right? Like Conrad, when he's in the office, is the boss. He may not be the judge, but when I'm here, I'm the judge. I'm the judge. Stacy's the boss, right? And by the way, Conrad, we were talking about Conrad being called the Maestro. You know, everybody is calling him the Maestro, except one person. One person has held out and refused to call Conrad Pollack the Maestro. Conrad, who is that? Who is the holdout of calling you the Maestro?
My wife.
Exactly. There you go. So the boss at work, but maybe not the boss at home. But good morning, everybody. Let's get this show off to the right start.
Let me do something here, Adam. First things first, ladies and gentlemen. It's about 26 minutes before the hour of 9 o'clock. We are on 93.5 WVIP FM. It's a very entertaining show, a show where you'll gain a lot of knowledge, and a show where you'll get free immigration consultation, free consultation with a personal injury attorney, and then you will retain them. Then you will hire them. But right now, what we want everyone on 93.5 FM to do, I believe, in my opinion, this is the best law show on radio, period. Okay? Period. Hands down. The depth, the personalities, the entertainment, the information, and the experience and the work that they apply. Now, everybody on 93.5 FM, not only turn up your radios, but if you're actually at home or somewhere still, I need for you to switch over to Facebook. I want for you to see this good-looking black guy. Okay, there's one other black guy on the forum today. All right, this good-looking black guy that is at home broadcasting, okay, with a group of beautiful gentlemen. Well, let me not say beautiful, handsome gentlemen here. All right, let me put it. But I want for you to actually share the link on Facebook. Go to Facebook. My page is David Squeezaniki. You can go to the law firm's page, Pollack, I second the CCO, aka PPID. You can go to case handler page and share it. I want everyone to share. Each person, I need for you to share it on at least 10 people's pages, our timeline, our groups. We want to build up this. We want to grow this. It has grown. We want it to grow even more. I want to see the numbers soaring through the roof because Conrad is ready, the Maestro, to answer your immigration questions. Nelson Madrid, the Maverick, is ready to answer your immigration questions. The case handler, Adam Handler, is ready to take on your case. God forbid you get in an accident. Ralston is here to give us an update as to what's been going on with calls coming in and him encouraging people to retain the firm PPID. So what else could you ask for? What else could you all ask for?
Free consultations?
Free consultations. Yes, if you call 844-774-3529, every one of you call before the hour, set up a free immigration consultation, and you will be able to get your phone immigration consultation, and your questions will be answered for free. But don't hesitate. Do not, okay? Make sure you call now. Let me be slow with the number as you share the pages and turn up your radios. 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. My MO with everything that I'm doing here is to encourage people not to do their immigration case themselves in a Trump era. I said it, Trump era. Do not, I repeat, do your case yourself. Get the consultation, hire Nelson, hire Conrad, hire Yee, hire Andre. I'm talking about all these attorneys. Hire them, let them do the work. They know what's going on with the Trump era or in the Trump era. Don't do it yourself. They've put other things in place that could literally screw you. And I don't want for you to get put in deportation proceedings or get in trouble. We hear about it every single day here on this show. So once again, we're providing two things on Cruising with the Case Handler. Personal injury, where Adam Handler has settled well over $100 million for his clients, and immigration. And we've got distinct and specific attorneys handling each area. And they're not commingled. With that said, want to welcome Conrad Pollock, want to welcome Nelson Madrid, want to welcome Ralston Dixon, and I'll hand it back to Adam Handler, the case handler. Get your questions ready.
The shark.
Now. Yeah, the shark. I'm sorry. There you go. Post your questions now on the Facebook page. Post them right now on the Facebook page. Whatever Facebook page you're watching, post your immigration questions there so others can see it, and we'll answer your immigration questions. So just post away. And if you want them to be answered live, you can call 844-774-3529 or a private consultation, 844-774-3529. I ran my mouth enough. Adam Handler, take it away.
Thank you so much. And we certainly appreciate the response that we've had to the show. It's been overwhelming, to say the least. A lot of people have been calling the number, setting up those free consultations. And also people have been calling the number, letting it ring and just saving it so they have it in their phone. Not everybody listens to the radio every morning. Not everybody's on Facebook every day. So if you can safely do so, we encourage you, please, save that number, 844-PPID law. That's 844-774-3529, and you'll be connected to us. We've had some exciting news these past couple of weeks. I know it doesn't seem like much is exciting these days, but I tell you something, for PPID and Standard clients, things are very exciting. We've settled millions and millions and millions of dollars. Literally, I'm not just saying that. It's been millions of dollars. We're over $11 million for this year alone, just settling cases for case handler clients, which is really incredible considering that we're all doing it basically from the comforts of our home office. The courts are still closed. They're continuing with virtual conferences. People are able to file papers now finally with the court again, but everything's done electronically. Nobody is physically in the court buildings doing anything. And jury trials, an area which I believe that we certainly shine, are not on the horizon at any foreseeable future. So it's even more imperative that what we're doing is being effective. Clients don't necessarily want to wait 1, 2, maybe 3 years for a trial, for their quote unquote day in court. So the fact that we can negotiate a settlement that is more than fair, that's what we're going to do. We'll even take the fair ones, but the more than fair ones are the great ones. But most importantly, we're not going to take less than full value. And I'm getting these calls a lot from insurance companies saying, Mr. Handler, this case really should go for 100,000, but what about the COVID discount? COVID discount? Well, there's a lot of lawyers out there saying that, they need to drum up business, and their clients, want the money now, and they're willing to take less than they're entitled to. So, maybe this case should settle for $76,000 or $77,000. And I tell them, listen, many lawyers probably will be making that phone call, but this lawyer will certainly not be telling you that that's what we're interested in doing. And we're still getting strong numbers. We're still getting full value for your time out of work, full value for your medical bills, and of course, full value for your pain and suffering. Because again, there are no redos. You can settle your case, or your attorney can convince you to settle your case for less than full value during these times of COVID. But what happens next year when things have gotten, seemingly back to normal, and your medical bills are still going up, or your time out of work is still accruing, or you're still suffering? What do you think is going to happen then? We always say you can never reopen the case. So if you're settling for less than what's fair now, I wish you the best of luck next year and the years to come, when you really have what they call seller's regret. People talk about buyer's regret. Oh, I bought something, I shouldn't have done it. But what about seller's regret? Because when you're the plaintiff, you're the seller. The insurance company is buying your case essentially. And if you're selling too low, you may regret it for the rest of your life. Certainly case handler clients are never going to feel that way, especially under my watch and Matthew's watch. But again, it all starts with the phone number. It all starts with the phone call. We're not coming up to you at the scene of the accident. We're not coming up to you in the hospital. We're not coming up to you in a doctor's office. It's called solicitation. It's illegal, but you'll have our number saved. 844-774-3529. That's 844-PPID-LAW. The only number you need for excellent attorneys that will fight for you like family. And the proof is in the pudding. We're talking really quick about, all these wonderful things we do. But if you're on Facebook right now, or you're on Instagram, you know what Tuesday is. Tuesday is Testimonial Tuesday. It's a day in which we post every week consistently a true life success story about a case handler client that had a successful result, that wants to tell literally the whole world about it. Ralston has been very instrumental in getting these out on social media. As everybody's aware, he's my paralegal in the personal injury department. He's helping field the barrage of phone calls that are coming in to the immigration department. And he's also helping now with the case handler marketing on social media. So, he's been putting these things together. And yesterday we put together a short video of a case handler client that really didn't want to just take a picture, but wanted to use her own words and spread the information as to how she felt the case was handled. And I'm really proud of that. I don't know, you could talk myself blue in the face. And like I say, as a white guy, that's easy to do. But unless you have that number saved, we're not gonna know about you. Unless you have that number saved, you're never gonna hear from us. And when disaster strikes, you may not know where to turn. So hopefully, if you believe in me, and you believe in what we're saying, and you believe in pretty much every single broadcaster on this radio station, you're going to understand what your boy, the case handler, is capable of if, God forbid, you and your family are ever in a situation that you need a personal injury attorney. So with that being said, I'm going to pass the torch to my partner, the managing partner of Pollock Isaac DeSico, the man that really took this firm to great heights, about 35 years ago when he expanded past just immigration, Conrad Pollock. So Conrad, good morning to you, brother.
Hi, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. Adam, Squeeze, Nelson, Ralston. How are you all? I'll tell you, Adam, you're a tough act to follow, man. You just keep going and going like the Energizer Bunny, I'm still working on my first cup of coffee this morning, so I'm a little slower than you are right now. One thing I did want to mention, though, we have been getting a great response from the community since we've been on the radio now for the past month. One thing I want to throw out there that, in fact, Ralston and Nelson and I were talking about before the show began. We are not the typical law firm that you walk down the street and whatever your case is, we're going to take it in. That's not how we operate. We are admittedly selective in the types of cases we choose to be retained and to work on. Perfect example, we've been talking to a prospective client for the past week or so about a case that she began on her own. And um, frankly, shouldn't have. She was misled by either a notary or a friend or a relative or whoever, and now has been hit with a what's called an RFE, request for additional evidence, by the Immigration Service, and she doesn't have the additional evidence to submit. Her case is going to be denied. We've spoken to her several times over the past week, and we want to help this woman, but unfortunately, the documentation that she needs to supply to the Immigration Service, because she submitted this application for relief, which she really doesn't seem to be eligible for, we can't help her. We've spoken to her several times. We haven't charged her a consultation or anything like that, because we really do want to help her. She doesn't have the document she needs. She's not eligible for the relief that she sought. And again, whoever told her to submit this application made a serious mistake. Now, it's not going to affect that person who gave her the advice, because that person probably a citizen or who knows what, or disappeared or who knows what. However, this person now, the application that she submitted is going to be denied, or maybe she'll try to find someone else, since we basically turned down her case because we can't help her. We're not going to take her money if we can't help her. She is going to be denied, and her application, once it's denied, she's very likely going to end up in removal proceedings. What's my point here? Immigration is a minefield. Immigration is not your friend. Immigration has never been your friend, but more so today than ever. Immigration is not out there to help you. Yes, they're processing applications and they have to do their jobs. These are bureaucratic people, bureaucrats doing the jobs that they view it as a 9-to-5er. You might have a life and death situation. In fact, the common scenario in our office with our clients, it's a life and death situation, because we're talking about green cards. We're talking about people's livelihoods. We're talking about their lives, getting their families together. So it is a life and death situation. However, those people processing these applications at the Immigration Service, many of them have been working there for years and years. They just view this as their 9-to-5 or 9-to-4 or whatever the job is. So they don't really have that. I should say most of them. There are exceptions, of course, but they are not going to go out the extra mile for you. Therefore, you need help. Immigration really is a minefield, more so now than ever, and we are here to help you. And again, perfect example. Here's a woman who we want to help. We wish we could help. She dug a hole for herself unknowingly, not her fault, but she dug a hole for herself that now she's going to have a really hard time digging herself out of. And unfortunately, this happens day in and day out. Ralston, you've been fielding calls now with us for the past month, right? Am I speaking the truth? Am I telling you something you haven't heard before?
You absolutely are speaking the truth, Conrad. One of the things also, some of the clients, they're hesitant because they're not sure if they're actually getting a call from PPID. Some are saying, "Oh, can I see your business card?" I've had to text them my business card to show them that I am actually a law clerk with PPID. Also,
just link them up with me. Just link them up with me.
Just link them up with it. All right, Squeeze. Yeah. One of the things one of the sayings we have in Jamaica is that a stitch in time saves 9. And that's what you want to ensure that you do. You want to get that stitch in time that's capable of saving 9. And when you have an immigration matter, you don't want to when everything is crumbling, you don't want to at that time ascertain an attorney. You want to get it before the attorney is needed. You want the attorneys to be able to foresee all the problems that are in your case. And with this young lady, my heart went out to her because I would really love for us to be able to assist her. But if it is that you are not able to, if you have already messed up your case, we are not miracle workers. Come to us before. You understand me? We will do our best. We will do our best to get your work done and to get it done properly. At the end of the day, PPID has been here for over 50 years. Conrad, your father started this firm. Was he from in the 60s? I've heard the story, and it is such an amazing story of how this firm was started, and just the caliber of attorneys that you have in your firm. It speaks to the quality that we do. You understand me? I have to speak highly about Nelson Madrid. Nelson spends his time over the amount of time needed with these clients, and he takes.
I heard.
He takes his time. He does not have to. this is a star. These are star attorneys. I've been in all of your offices, and on the wall of your offices, I see the star attorney. I see the awards that you've received. So, brothers and sisters from Jamaica, listen. What you're getting here is a steal. Brothers and sisters from the Caribbean, what you're getting here is a steal. You understand me? You are getting a free consultation that costs $200. All right. It's important for you to recognize the value of what you're getting. You're getting quality attorneys, not riffraff. You understand me? You're getting quality attorneys who are going to take your matter and deal with it properly. Listen, sometimes when you have something presented before you and it is readily available, it's unbelievable. But I say grasp the opportunity. Opportunity comes.
Let me say one thing, gentlemen, because we're forgetting one thing here. Sorry. We need to give out the phone number, and we don't give out the phone number enough when we're on 93.5.
May I squeeze? Can I? 844-774-3529. 844 PPID law.
Yes.
Get it. Get it.
If I could just step in
text it to your friends. Put it on your notepad on your iPhone. 844-774-3529. Yes, that caffeine is kicking in.
Listen, if I could just have a minute. I've spoken with obviously several listeners who have immigration questions. And I've actually asked that, people have received notice of intent to deny, request for evidence. And basically their question is, how much would you charge me to respond? So I can't in good faith give them an estimate without actually seeing the notice of intent to deny, the request for evidence. And unfortunately, many of these people should have never done what they did. They should have never even started this process because, they're in over their head. These are cases, again, I've been with the firm personally for 13 years. And one of the reasons I've been with the firm as long as I have is we don't take every case that walks through the door. We don't sell you a dream. If you're looking for a dream, you got the wrong law firm. We tell you the truth. We tell you what the consequences are if you decide to apply. And, we tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly. That allows you to make what's called an informed decision, not just a decision, but an informed decision. If you file for citizenship, your case will be denied and you will get put into removal proceedings. That is my job. That is what I tell you. Now, if you decide to go forward, again, there's no surprise. When you are put into removal proceedings, I will say, we discussed this. I told you this at the very beginning. In fact, I had you sign a release acknowledging that we discussed this at length. It was your decision to go forward. And that's just how we operate. That's how we work.
Absolutely. We Nelson, good point. I meant to bring this up yesterday. We don't sugarcoat. There are always going to be people out there, even just like with a doctor. You might have some kind of malady, and you go to one doctor, and he tells you it's cancer. The next doctor tells you it's rheumatism, and the next doctor tells you it's a headache. Take 2 Advil and call me in the morning. Sometimes, unfortunately, people look for the answers that make them that the answer they want to hear. That's not how we go. That's not how we operate. And again, some people might not like that. I would like to think that most intelligent people do prefer that. One thing, and I've been told this by clients, I am blunt to a fault. If you have a case, I will tell you this is how you operate. This is the process that you will follow to get out of the mess that you're in. But if I can't help you, I'm going to tell you, hey, I can't help you. I wish I could. But there's nothing we can do to help you and solve your case, and that's a fact. Now, and I've trained many attorneys in my 35 years at the firm. I've trained, and one of the things I tell every single one of the attorneys that walks in the door and ends up working at our firm is, again, we tell the truth. We don't sugarcoat. We tell you this is how it's going to be. This is what we can do for you, and this is what we can't do for you.
And you don't accept the case. You don't accept the case, and say, fine, we'll get back to you and take the money. And then there's a refund issue and all of that. We don't
give refunds. You know why? We don't have to, because if you're paying us, we're earning our fee. A lot of law firms have problems with refunds. Oh, I need a refund. I haven't gotten a refund. lawyers shouldn't be giving refunds because lawyers shouldn't be taking cases that they can't
handle. Right.
And real quick, before we cut off at the top of the hour, it goes for personal injury cases too. I always say I'm the worst businessman. Conrad would probably agree with this, but I am the worst businessman. I hope nobody
second worst. I know one worse one, but
right. I hope nobody calls me, because when you call me, things have gone terribly wrong. But if you need me, you know where to find me. But also, we reject more cases than we take. My friends bust my chops. Hey, handler will take anything. Personal injury lawyer, ambulance chaser, they'll take anything. We reject more than 50% of the cases. Why? Because they're not cases. If you have a case, you have to show negligence and injuries. Just because somebody was negligent doesn't mean you get money. You got to be hurt.
And you don't want
if you're hurt and the other party isn't negligent, you get nothing. We can talk about that more later, but I work on a contingency fee, meaning I get paid if and only if I'm successful for you. I don't earn my fee unless I win you money. So if I can't win you money, you may be great. I may enjoy talking to you, but I'm sure as hell not taking your case, because it's a waste of your time and a waste of my time. But if you have a case, if you've been hurt through the negligence of somebody else, rest assured that nobody in this world is going to fight harder for you than your boy Adam Handler, the case handler. And I just want to say thank you for listening. We have a client just texted me, hey, are you on the radio right now? I've never even listened to this station. A Jamaican dude not even listening to 93.5. So good morning, Rock. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for letting me be a lawyer. 844-774-3529. That's 844 PPID law. Lawyers that you will call that will never give you a refund. Why? Because we're not taking your case unless we can help you. You don't have to worry about refunds with PPID.
Tell you what, I want everybody, every single one that's listening to myself, Ralston, and the attorneys, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to personal injury, when you get hurt in an accident, you need one phone number. When it comes to immigration, you need one phone number. And I am going to ensure, and they're going to ensure, you get a free consultation. So here's what I want for you to do for all of us this morning. Make us proud. My caffeine this morning is you dialing the number. I want to make sure that you dial the number. Don't dial the number because you like us. Dial the number because you hear good information here. You're getting a free immigration consultation. So do us a favor. Dial this number now. The number is 844-774-3529. 844-774-3529. Better than that, dial it, let it ring 15, 20 seconds if you don't need us. This way it registers. Dial it, make sure you book a consultation off air, a phone consultation to speak with one of the attorneys. Text the number to someone else. Share the number with your family member, a friend, even a foe. But once again, there's absolutely no attorney, no other firm that can come close to PPID when it comes to personal injury, immigration, criminal defense, matrimonial, and more. Make sure you have the number. 844-774-3529. Now go follow me on Facebook, David Squeezaniki, and the Case Handler, and PPID. Let's switch to Facebook.
You got it in. You got it in.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is called Cruising with a Case Handler. And we implore people to actually reach out to these great attorneys, phenomenal attorneys, the no BS attorneys. Listen, from day one, I know these guys were straightforward. From the look on Nelson's face, it's very straightforward. He's got that look like, don't be silly and do silly things. Okay, knowing that you're doing a silly thing. Don't do it. Don't file your case yourself when it comes to immigration. Okay, you don't know the law as much as attorneys do. And don't just go to any attorney. Seek out one that is experienced at PPID. Adam Handler.
My brother.
He's a show off with his numbers. $100 million.
That's
going on for him.
It's over 100 million. My God.
Okay, it's over $100 million.
You can even ask Scott Cohen. He was watching. He knows what the case handler does. We do some wonderful things here, and if you allow me to share, I'll talk a little bit about what we do here in personal injury, and then of course we'll pass the torch back to immigration. But we do some incredible things, and now that the weather's getting a little warmer, now that the restrictions on work are beginning to lift. I think it's a situation where people are going to start getting hurt on construction sites again, unfortunately. And those are cases that we handle with great care and with great success. Of course, we can never guarantee a successful result, but our firm has handled, between myself and my partner Brian Isaac, thousands of construction accidents for verdicts in excess of hundreds of millions of dollars. My partner Brian Isaac is, in my opinion, one of the best appellate lawyers out there. A lawyer should never say they're the best, but I'm saying it. I think he is, and he'll probably disagree because he's a humble dude. But I dare anybody out there to say that they've got more respect in the legal community than Brian Isaac. And together we do some amazing things. So I know I'm flipping very quickly through these settlements, but I'm trying to get to the construction accident cases. And here we are. I mean, look at these numbers we're doing for workplace accidents: 5.2 million, 1,075,000, 835, 750, 740,000, 485,000, 375,000. I mean, these are big boy numbers. I love these cases that we can really talk about, the wonderful things we do and show you. 835,000. This is a great one. This is Jim, and everybody can see here. This is a scruffy, long-haired case handler with his paralegal extraordinaire, my mama, Sandra Taylor. And we got this gentleman earlier this year, 835,000. This was an unbelievable case. He was a construction worker, but actually operating a motor vehicle on the Tappan Zee Bridge, where now it's the Cuomo Bridge, as it's being constructed, and some of the lanes were still being worked on. And a tractor trailer comes along and just blasts into his vehicle, right? It is a crazy situation to think about. You can be sitting in your vehicle doing absolutely nothing other than making sure that the traffic ahead of you is being safe. And all of a sudden a tractor trailer rear ends your vehicle and flips over. And this was a situation in which the truck, because of the damage to the bridge, only had $850,000 of coverage left. It was $1 million insurance policy, but there was such extensive damage done to the bridge that the first payments that were made back to the state. Can you imagine the state with their hand out looking for reimbursement? Of course they were. And the bridge was repaired, and then the leftover money was dedicated to his personal injury case. He didn't want to wait 2 years for an extra 15 grand. So we did settle for 835,000. But these are the kind of cases we work on, serious cases. I just said a few minutes ago, we don't take every case. You can slip and I get these calls all the time. Well, I slipped and fell in a store. Can I sue them? Well, what's your injury? I'm not really hurt, but I slipped and fell and it was their store. Well, that doesn't make a difference. Like I said, you need negligence and damages, AKA injury. If you don't have both of them, there's nothing I can do for you. There may be a lawyer out there that could take your case for a couple of years and then eventually tell you, sorry, there's nothing we can do for you. But I'm going to be straight with you from the get-go, just as Nelson, the Maverick, will be straight with you in the get-go. Just like Conrad Pollock, the Maestro, will be straight with you in the get-go. Just like Ralston will be when he's calling either a personal injury client and doing an intake. He knows right away. He's an attorney himself. He was trained in law school in Jamaica, so he understands the legal system and the legal principles. He knows when there's a case and there's not a case. Same thing when he's taking those immigration calls. He's getting more and more familiar with the immigration process, but he certainly knows through the guidance of the immigration attorneys whether or not it's something that our firm needs to follow up on. Because everybody out there that's getting those free consultations, they're not just hearing from us once. They're hearing from us again a couple of days later, following up to see if there's anything that we can do to assist them and their family, or provide any more information that they were able to get beyond that first free consultation. Am I correct, Ralston?
You absolutely are. And that's an amazing thing about what Pollock, Isaac, and Desika is doing. Where else are you going to get an attorney giving you a free consultation about your immigration matter? And not only giving you a free consultation, having somebody following up with you to find out whether or not you are ready to retain, for us to start working with you. I don't think there's anybody else. Listen, brothers and sisters, we're doing this because we care. We care about you. We want to offer you hope. This is a minefield, but guess what? There is hope. And there is hope when you hire somebody who has the experience. When you hire us, PPID, call us 844-774-3529. 844-774-3529. We're ready to work for you. All right, just give us a call.
Absolutely. Man, you sound like that guy on the radio, you know.
Which guy? The case handler or the maestro?
Yeah. Anyway, gentlemen, let's jump right into it. Once again, folks, the Cruising with a Case Handler is primarily about two areas of law. Personal injury, which of course you heard Adam Handler, you know, expanded and expound profoundly on. And also we've got immigration, which is extremely important. And that is how this firm was formed. It was formed on immigration. We've got two phenomenal attorneys, Conrad Pollock, a managing partner. We've got Nelson Madrid, the Maverick, okay, who's very serious about specific cases, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to be jumping right into it right now, but I'd like to remind you, as everyone has been pushing the number today, the number is 844-774-3529. It's extremely important if you want a private consultation, phone consultation, to dial the number now. Maybe you are watching us on Facebook. Hey, I don't care. Stop, dial the number, get in line, get in the queue for that phone consultation. You know, speak with one of the attorneys extensively. After the phone consultation, the best advice I can give you as an individual who only have an MBA, all right, is to tell you to hire them. And you don't need someone with an MBA to tell you that. You know, anyone with common sense, you know, should know that they should not do their own immigration case alone. Now, I'm not saying anyone is silly. I'm not saying anyone is stupid. I'm not saying anyone is dumb. All right. But I'm saying it is wrong for you to do so. And that's my opinion, because I know the kind of trouble you will get into if you screw it up. You could potentially be put in removal proceeding. So this is not some sales pitch I'm making. I don't want you all to think I'm selling you anything. These lawyers, believe it or not, they're good. They just love helping people. All right. How many firms out there are giving free consultations? Not many, if any. All right. In this time, I mean, I can't say no one, but I can tell you, not many firms, if any, is giving free consultation. So here's what you do. You dial the number 844-774-3529. You ask for an attorney, okay? And you speak with them. You tell them about your case, all right? Now, if you know that you need to have the case handled, just say, hey, Conrad, Nelson, I have all the money. I want to pay for my case. I don't have all the money. What kind of plans do you have? And I'm going to ask either Nelson or Conrad to speak on that, because a lot of people need to get their case done, and they know they should have it done by an attorney. Okay. I have never in my life on radio since 1996 recommended anyone to go with a consultant. It's always an attorney. And here we are with a law firm that's been around for over 50 years. This firm is much older than me. All right. Much older than me. You should go with these guys. All right. So I want them to expand a little bit, not discussing the details or cost of their fees, but do you have a payment plan? What method of payments do you guys take? What are your office hours? Where are your offices? Gentlemen, please.
Ralston, take it. You know the deal.
Of course, our office is located at 225 Broadway, but because of COVID-19, of course, and social distancing, we're not open right now to in-person consultation. Therefore, we have other means of consultation. We have over the phone, where you can call us 844-774-3529, or we also have Skype or Zoom consultations as well. All right. As it relates to payment plans, this is one of the things, another thing that we're doing. Not only are we scheduling free consultations for you, having you speak with an experienced attorney, we are also bending over backwards, so to speak, in order to give you the ability to make your payments. We start you off with a first time payment where you lock in the price at these discounted prices that we're giving you. All right. And we're giving you I can't give you one fee for immigration, because the things that we're doing in immigration, they have different fees. Correct, Nelson?
That is correct.
Right. And it's all contingent on what your immigration matter is. So we want to help you, and we want to get started as soon as possible. And we're also off with the financial difficulties that you may face. But we know and we trust that you will be able to commit to your to paying us, because at the end of the day, this is a business. We're not here to just give free work. We are here to give you quality service at a price. All right. So we are giving you the opportunity to start your work, to make your incremental payments, and we start working for you.
You know, Squeeze, if I could just add, I'm sorry for one quick moment, and Ralston spoke about this earlier. We generally charge $200 a consultation. Okay, so basically anyone who calls is getting $200, you know, in terms of getting the consultation. I mean, again, we generally charge everyone $200 to speak with them and determine whether or not there is a case, you know, whether or not we can help them, but we are not charging the Caribbean community. So I just want to add that. I mean, that alone is a $200 value.
Let's expand it a little more. It's anybody listening to the show. I mean, you don't have to be from the Caribbean to be listening to our program, whether it's on the radio station or social media.
Yeah.
Even if you are from
Mars.
Well, I don't know, because I don't know. Mars maybe will charge you.
Yeah, but that's just saying anyone that is
from Connecticut, like Squeeze, we won't charge you.
Yeah.
You know, I want to throw out as well, which, by the way, that's correct, Adam. Mention the show, mention the Maverick, mention the Case Handler, mention yours truly, the Maestro, and we don't charge that consultation. And by the way, that number 944.
No.
Oh, excuse me, glasses.
944.
Didn't have my glasses. 844-774-3529. All right, just throwing it out there.
All right.
Now I lost my train of thought.
I got a question for you.
We understand that times are tough. You know, times are tough everywhere. You know, everybody's being affected, but there's not one aspect of life that hasn't been affected by this pandemic. So we understand. So, you know, we have created and we have, you know, convenient payment plans for all of our clients. Also, we are discounting our fees to an extent. We understand a lot of people out of work. They still have a problem. You know, those immigration cases aren't going away. Those problems, getting your mother into the country or getting your brother who just entered the country out of detention, those cases aren't going away because you lost your job. We understand that. So we are trying really hard, and we are working with all of our clients to make it easier for them to pay their fees. We have discounted our fees. We have these payment plans in place. We're really doing everything we can to help the community out there. And, you know, that's just the way we operate. You know, we've been around for a long time. I mean, we've been through a lot of good times and a lot of bad times. And unfortunately, this is one of those bad times. So we're there, and we're there to help, and we're there with you.
Absolutely. Once again, folks, the number is 844-774-3529. Get your free consultation. Hire the attorneys. That's the best advice I can give you. The show is called Cruising with a Case Handler. We're speaking on 2 areas of law: personal injury and, of course, immigration. Let's jump right into it. Got a question for the immigration attorneys, seeing that we're on immigration. It says here, I came into USA with a tourist visa. I got married with my husband, which is a lawful permanent resident or green card holder. We submitted form I-130. Now we're waiting for the USCIS approval. My tourist visa expires in August. Do you think there's any good chance to get an answer from USCIS before that happens?
Depends on when they filed. Although I have to tell you that filing an I-130 isn't going to solve your problem. she's trying to, I don't remember who's who here, but the spouse who's trying to legalize entered with a visa. That's great. And the spouse who's a permanent resident has applied for them to get the green card. But because that person's a permanent resident, unless she maintains lawful status throughout the entire process, she's not going to be able to get an interview in the United States. So her I-130 can be approved tomorrow. And then they're going to have to file an application for adjustment of status, but her visa is going to expire before that adjustment of status application is approved or before there's an interview. So that case is not going anywhere. So getting the date of the date of approval is really irrelevant. What's more important is that permanent resident must become a U.S. citizen. She's got to apply for U.S. citizenship. Once she's a U.S. citizen, then that case flies through, but not until then. So right now they're in a state, they're not in a good place. My suggestion, give us a call. All right, I can give you more detailed info.
And here's one for Nelson, the Maverick, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, the Maverick. If you have ever been put in deportation, arrested, and you're filing for any kind of immigration benefits, one firm, PPID, one attorney, well, multiple attorneys, but the Maverick is the one you should go to. All right. And here we go. By the way, the number is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Let's go to the other screen over here on Facebook. Gentlemen, you can see this on your Facebook page also. Anita says, morning, guys. You're doing such a great job. I have reached out in the past. My son is 22 years old, graduated from college with a computer science degree. Now he came to the USA at age 6. He have DACA, was put in final disposition, I guess that's deportation, because we had lost our asylum case. Can he file to reopen deportation with approved DACA? Nelson?
That's typically not something I would recommend. You are able to reopen your case, but unfortunately under this administration, it has become much harder to do. We used to, in the prior administration, we would reopen anywhere from 30 to 40 cases a year. It's become a lot harder to reopen a case. Also, in order to reopen a case, you have to show that you're immediately eligible to receive a green card or an immigration benefit. DACA does not confer status upon anyone. DACA is just something that allows you to be here. In fact, I think, if I'm not mistaken, the Supreme Court, we're waiting on a decision on whether or not DACA is going to continue anyway.
Wow.
So that wouldn't, you don't want to put yourself on the radar. I think that's something you want to always keep in mind. And again, DACA is not a way to legalize your status. You need a way to legalize your status.
And I think
if I could just jump in on that one. As Nelson said, DACA is not a status, and DACA may end a month from now when the Supreme Court issues its decision on DACA. Typically, in order to reopen a case, you need, as Nelson was saying, you have to have a method by which you can get a green card. DACA is not a green card. All right, it's a temporary status. It doesn't give you anything more than the ability to remain here for whatever period of time that DACA will remain in existence. And that person has a final order of deportation. The only reason that person is still here is because of DACA. All right. If DACA expires, if DACA goes away, and that person tries to reopen their case, they're going to lose. The motion's going to be denied, and they're going to be told to leave the country.
Gotcha.
Or Squeeze, I'm sorry, they can actually be picked up if their motion is denied because there's a final order.
Right.
If DACA goes away, that person is going to have big problems. Do nothing.
I believe this warrants a consultation regardless with one of the attorneys. Just speak to them. Find out if there are any options. If there are no options, they'll tell you. And basically what I say, and I'm the one saying this, stay under the radar. All right. But at least speak with the attorneys at PPID. All right. The number to call is 844-774-3529. Book a free phone consultation. And then after that, if they can help you, you retain them. You hire them. All right. Let's go to another one. Linda, who is an avid viewer of the show, says here, why did NVC collect visa fee and all the documents for my daughter and then canceled without returning back the fee? Money back from the Department of Homeland Security?
The government and immigration in particular, they are real good at collecting money. All right. That's probably one of the best things that they do. They're very efficient at collecting money. Refunds, not so much. Right? Not so much. you know, I don't really know the details there. Obviously, it could be because the consulate is closed. Every consulate post is closed, as our associate yesterday, he was explaining. That could be the reason that they're just waiting and haven't heard about the money, or maybe the person isn't eligible. I can't say. NBC typically, when the NBC sends you a notice, you have a year to respond, and when you pay those visa fees, which are $445, you have a year to complete your case, unless for some reason you can't, in which case you need to explain to the NBC. Again, not something really that someone should be handling on their own. This is what happens. You lose money. All right. People are concerned about, they do cases themselves because they don't want to spend legal fees. And here, perfect example. Here's a woman who didn't use a lawyer, went, paid the $445 to the NBC, and where's that money? All right, it's gone. So now what she's going to end up probably doing is having to repay or hire a lawyer to find out what happened and spend more money.
Absolutely. Once again, folks, Cruising with the Case Handler, weekdays, 8:30 a.m., 93.5 WVIP FM, New York, Saturdays, 7 p.m., Sundays, 12 p.m., Cruising with the Case Handler, personal injury and immigration. One phone number, 844-774-3529. Do remember, immigration is a minefield. I do mean that. Immigration is a minefield. Don't step on the mine. These attorneys at PPID will not let you step on a mine. They will let you understand exactly what you need to know so that you can have peace of mind. Very, very important. So once again, reach out to the Conrad Pollocks. Reach out to the Nelson Madrid, respectively, the Maestro, the Maverick. Let them handle your case. Once again, 93.5 FM, Facebook, ladies and gentlemen, they have opened up the option of you speaking for free with an attorney. And I want to also address something. The number to call is 844-774-3529. I got a text from a lady by the name of Ivorine yesterday on my IG, my Instagram. And she said, Squeeze, are you an attorney? Someone I've known for. I'm like, nope, I'm not an attorney. I'm just a businessman. I said, but I have a lot of attorneys I work with. She said, yes, I saw you on the show. However, I need an attorney that's in New Jersey. So I want for you, gentlemen, to expound a bit that, you know, immigration is federal. She can jump on the PATH train when everything opens back up, or she can just call you on the 844-774-3529. I believe that people think, and I'm quite sure you all have come across this, that because you're located in New York at 225 Broadway on the 3rd floor, that you can only deal with the state of New York. I think that's something that truly needs to be addressed.
Nelson, where have you traveled to for your immigration cases?
I have been to Texas. I'm actually going to North Carolina, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, Jersey. Where else? Off the top of my head, that's what I could remember at the moment. But you are correct. Immigration law is federal law. It's governed by the Immigration and Nationality Act, which is basically the same in all 50 states. We do travel. As I just said before, I've been obviously to several different states. We actually have many cases in New Jersey at the moment. So New Jersey, New York, and Connecticut. But again, we do travel. So that's not a problem. It's a non-issue.
Got you. Once again, folks, PPID. All right.
And I'll throw that in there too, that, you know, I'm licensed to practice in New Jersey. We handle New Jersey personal injury cases as well. So just remember, ladies and gentlemen, I took 3 bar exams, Massachusetts, when I graduated from law school up in Boston, New York, and New Jersey. So any of those situations, any of those states that you need legal assistance, certainly look our way. I live in Jersey. As I always say, I love practicing in New Jersey because I get to save money on the toll. So be happy to represent you and your family if, God forbid, you ever hurt on this side of the Hudson River or on the other side of the Hudson River. But again, it starts with that phone call. Unless you have our number saved, you're never going to hear from us. You're never going to hear from us with respect to immigration, and you're certainly not going to hear about us when it comes to personal injury. 844-774-3529. That's 844-PPID Law. Attorneys that are ready to treat you like family.
Absolutely. All right. So here's a quick one. Well, no, this one is not quick. This one is very, very, very detailed. But final question here on Cruising with a Case Handler, where we talk on personal injury and immigration. I'm a U.S. citizen, and my father and I started a petition for my siblings who are 21 plus
unmarried 5 years ago. We finally got a notification that they started working on our paperwork. My sister has kids now and a partner, but isn't married yet. I understand that she can come with her kids and be a green card holder, but I'm wondering how can we proceed with her partner, husband to be. I know that if she gets married, it will delay her process to come here. Maestro, Maverick.
So who petitioned for who? The sister, the sister petitioned for their sibling? That's unclear.
Yeah, it says, I'm a U.S. citizen and my father and I started a petition for my siblings.
Right. It's one or the other.
Yeah, it's one or the other.
It's not both. I mean, if it's a sibling petitioning for another sibling right now, that's taking about 14 years, a little over 14 years. Okay, the priority date is July 2006. So that case is way out. If it's the parent,
they should call you.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
One thing
they don't want to do it themselves.
One thing that's important there, if they whether the father is applying for the daughter or whether the sister is applying for her sibling, if the beneficiary is coming to the United States with children, those children, in order to be included in the case, have to be under 21 at the time of the interview.
Right.
That's something they need to keep in mind, because if either one of those cases is going to take a long time, the kids may not all be coming. Be aware of that.
All right. So we're going to conclude the show, ladies and gentlemen. For those people watching on Facebook or watching this right now, if you want to speak with an attorney now, all right, off the air, I would urge you immediately when the show ends to dial the number, okay? The number is 844-774-3529. If you're looking for that immigration attorney, 844-774-3529. Do not wait. Don't say, I'm going to wait until COVID is over. COVID is not going to be over anytime soon. Okay, do not put off what you can do today for tomorrow. And what you can do today is get a 100% free consultation. You're saving yourself $200 there. $0 for the consultation. However, I urge you to hire them right afterwards. Work it out with them on a payment plan. Put down a deposit. If you have the money, put it forth and get it settled, because your immigration status in the United States is extremely important. So make that call, 844-774-3529. Now, there are going to be days and times when you get into an accident. You want to make sure, and this is the only time that I think you'd want to make sure that you're involved with anything like this. It's called a shark. All right. If you ever get into an accident, if you are at a construction site and you hurt yourself, this is the only time you want to get involved with a shark, because you need a shark to go after these insurance guys. You need a shark. That is, in sharks don't take small bites. They don't. They do not take small bites. Okay, sharks take big bites. Take a look at the shark behind Adam Handler on Facebook right now. That's a big shark. That's not going to be a small bite. That's not going to be no $1,000 settlement. You know what I'm saying?
And sharks don't quit, man. Sharks
don't.
Quit. They don't sleep. They don't quit. Whenever I go out with my friends and I get tired at the end of the day, I say, guys, I'm leaving. I'm going home. You know what they say? Sharks don't sleep, baby. Are you a shark? You stay up. You continue. You get the job done. You are relentless. And you know what? As much as I love the case handler, I'm getting fancy on the shark again.
I'm telling you, man. I gave it that name years ago. It works. You know, shark. There you go. Listen to that noise in the background. Listen, once again, ladies and gentlemen, we're concluding. All right. This has been an attorney advertisement brought to you by Pollock, Isaac, and DeSico, and prior results do not guarantee similar outcome. However, I urge you, hire these attorneys and you will not be disappointed. Okay. And I'm saying that from my heart, not from a commercial perspective. I'm truly saying, I know what you're getting when you hire these attorneys. All right. So once again, reach out to them. Adam Handler is your personal injury attorney. Conrad Pollock, Nelson Madrid, your immigration attorneys. Ralston is a law clerk there, will do facilitation. And of course, I am your broadcaster / businessman, making sure the message comes across to the community to understand that there's a law firm within our community in multiple capacities here to help you. Call them now, 844-774-3529, or visit them at thecasehandler.com or ppid.com. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Thank you so much, viewers, listeners.
Please.
Still can share it. We'll catch up with you very soon again. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Stay safe.